Hi everyone, it's Robin and welcome back to another Thrift Store Thursday. I'm so glad you joined me today. I have some fun things to share with you. Not a very large haul once again. I guess I've been really picky lately. I did go to two different stores, but mostly I just found stuff at the one store that I went to. Oops, my phone's gonna make noises at us. But I found some really fun things and I'm excited to share with you, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Alright, so the first thing I found was a vintage camera. It was $4.99 and this obviously is just for decoration. It is not in working order, but it looks like this. Isn't it cool? It is a brownie. It says Star Flash Camera. And I just think it was so cool. It is missing its light bulb that's supposed to go right in there. But other than that, it looks pretty cool. And this is the first one that I have found like this style. So I'm very excited about that. So I'll be adding this into the mix of things. I just think old cameras are so fun. And I don't know, they're just fun. And they add a lot of character to your space that you add them to. So very excited about that find. Oh, and then let's see. I went through the utensils. As always, I'm looking for wood-handled utensils, and you guys, I found some this week that I am super excited about. Oh boy, that was loud. Okay, so the first one I found was another whisk. It was $1.99, and it looks like this. It's got this gorgeous handle on it. Isn't that awesome? And I love that the way it kind of comes together down here. I think that's pretty cool right in this area. And then, you know, it's a whisk. So, loving this. This is the second whisk I have found. And, yeah, we use a whisk pretty much on a daily basis around here. So, always good to have an extra whisk around. And then the next thing I found was a spatula. This one was $1.99 as well. This one's slightly different, though. It's got, like, you see how it's taller on this side, which I think is pretty cool. There we go. And then the handle, although it is wooden, it does have this little black section at the end, which is really cool. I have another with a wood handle that's got a little bit of red at the end, so I think that's pretty cool. It'll go nicely in my kitchen because I do the red and I also do touches of black in the kitchen, so I'm pretty excited about this. This is my first spatula that I have found, so I'm loving that. And then I found myself a goodie bag, and oh my goodness, you guys, this has like 3 things in it and they are awesome. It was $3.99. Let me get this thing open. The first thing is a wood-handled like cheese knife, I guess you would call it. Looks like that. I think that's pretty cool. I don't have one of these. I've never used one of these before, so I'm kind of curious to see if these are easy to use or not. I don't know. So I shall be testing that out, but I love that it has, you know, it's definitely been used a bit. It's got a nicely worn handle, so I'm loving that. And then also has a ginormous pizza cutter. We eat a lot of pizza. I love pizza, like, so this, you can't go wrong with another pizza cutter. It doesn't really have any markings or anything, so I have no idea. But I don't even have a pizza cutter that's this big. So this is a ginormous one, so I'm pretty excited about that. But the reason I got this goodie bag was for this pie server that's in here. It is absolutely gorgeous. Just a simple pie server on top, but look at the handle, you guys. It's like mother of pearl-ish. And I love it so much. I have something else that I found years ago that has a very similar handle on it. And I love it so much. It's almost like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not coming up as pretty as it is in real life. Let's see, it does have a marking on here. Let me see if I can read it. I cannot. Something Mott's. Kirk and Mott's. I don't know. It's too little for me to see. see if I can get it. It does, it's got like a little lion detail on it. I don't know. It doesn't really make much difference to me because I'm in love with this handle. I think it is gorgeous and I love it so much. So now I have, I think it's like a different pie server that has this handle. So now I have two of them. But I would love to find more with these white opal looking handles. I think they're so cool. So anyways, so those are all the utensils that I found this week. The next thing I found was a piece of pewter. I found a small pewter plate. It was $1.99 and I love it. It doesn't have any markings on the back that I can decipher anyways. I do have two other pewter plates that are slightly larger and this matches it. Like the design matches those very, very nicely. So whether I use them together, use them as a candle holder, use them somewhere else, I love it. I'm really into the pewter lately, so I love to find the pieces that I can add to my collection, and I thought this was a good one, so loving that. I found some cute Christmas candles, you guys. I'm so excited. They were in a little goodie bag here. Let me get them opened up. It was $3.99. There's two of them, and one of them I'm absolutely in love with. The other one I'm okay with, but I thought these would look really cute with those old-fashioned candle rings around them. If you know what I'm talking about, like those old plasticky things. Anyways, I have quite a few of those. The first one looks like this. It's got like berries and holly around it. They have not been used yet. It has no sticker on the bottom, so I don't know the maker of these, but this is really pretty. But I was really drawn to this one right here. It's a little rough, but it is super cool. It's got this little display on it. It's got the little house, a little sleigh, people in a little sleigh in front of it, a little tree, and then it kind of goes into like a woods scene. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? I just love it. Love it for the fact that it's got this red house on it. I think that is so cool and like Scandinavian, you know? So I love that a lot. And then of course the sleigh ride going on with the horse and the sleigh and the tree. So I thought this was super cool. This one also has not been used, although it looks like it's kind of got some residue from other candles on it, if that makes sense. So not a big deal. There's one spot that's got some green on it, but that's all right. I mean, it's old. I don't know how old, but it looks old. It does have some, it was 50 cents back in the day. It just has burning instructions. I cannot see, of course, the tags are over like any manufacturer. Sort of, there we go. Come on. There we go. So, I mean, it doesn't have any name on it or anything like that of what it was or who made it, but I just thought this was so cool. So I will be using this probably, I'm thinking it'll go in my kitchen with my, you know, what do I call my kitchen decor? I forgot now. Well, my tacky Christmas. That's what I call it. I know people are not really thrilled with what I call it, but it was a joke between my sister and I where I started like finding all these things at the thrift store that I was like loving that were vintage and most people will pass up. So I told her I was going to start a tacky Christmas decor and it's kind of stuck. So anyways, I'm going to probably use this here in my kitchen. I think it is so cool. So loving that so much. And I thought that was a really great find. Actually, I'm going to put them back in this bag so that they stay a little better. You got to air them out. They kind of smell a little musty. That's all right. All right, so then the next thing I found was a mixing bowl. I don't know if you guys saw my video last week, but I found myself a new enamelware bowl. Well, I was loving those enamelware bowls so much, and then I started seeing a lot of these stainless steel like mixer bowls. Like I'm assuming these go onto like an old mixer. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if those are awesome too. So I picked this guy up right here. He's a pretty good shape. He was $3.99, and this one says stainless steel bowl made in Korea. And it's just a stainless steel bowl. You can't really go wrong with that. But I have a couple other stainless steel bowls that I love to use. So I'm like, maybe I should round out my, new collection of enameled ware with something like this. So I thought I would try it. I like that it's got this little stand on the bottom. I think that kind of makes it a little nicer and cuter, than just a regular old bowl. So I'm pretty excited about this. I know it's crazy to be excited about a stainless steel bowl, but I am pretty excited about it. So I love it. I love it so much. So I'm loving that. And I thought that was a great find. I can't wait to get that washed up and put into my bowl collection so I can get rid of some of my other bowls that I'm not too thrilled about anymore, if that makes sense. Like, I bought like a newer version of a stainless steel bowl that was like powder coated on the outside, so it was really pretty, like a gorgeous red color. It's flaking already, and I've only had it for like a couple of years. Like, the stuff is coming off, and they were told they were supposed to be dishwasher safe, but I'm thinking they weren't because they're just completely falling apart. So I hate to use those because I feel like I'm going to get like little bits of the little paint in what I'm making. Do you know what I mean? Even though it's on the outside. I don't know. I'm weird. I understand. But to me, I'm just like, I don't want to use these anymore. So I need to replace them before I can get rid of them. And that will work wonderfully to replace one of them. So loving that. So anyways, that's a long old story about why I needed a new bowl. So there you go. All right. I have 3 more things, and they are all books, and I'm so excited about you guys. I love these kind of books. One is Reader's Digest. I'll show you this one first. I think somebody was getting rid of like all their wildlife and animal and like tree books and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of them. So I picked out my favorite ones. This first one is by Reader's Digest. It was $3.49. It looks like this. North American Wildlife. I love these kind of books for the fact that, you open them up and they've got all these cool pictures. I remember when my kids were much younger, I had 2 kids that were completely into like Animal Planet and that kind of thing. They loved these books because, they show so many different types of animals, and then they give every, one a little write-up and show you where it's from. And this one actually goes into flowers as well, which I think is super cool. And these, if you have ones like this, what else does it have in it? Yeah, it goes into mushrooms and stuff too. I don't know. So there's, shells, fish, reptiles, birds, whales, skunks. Anyways, I just thought this was super cool. And what I thought, I could take the dust cover off because it's in this gorgeous green with this little chipmunk on it. Look at this little guy right there. Isn't he adorable? And then, it's got a nice binding on it. This one is from 1982, so it's not that old. But I just love these books so much, you guys. Love them so much. And then I have quite a few. I have like 2 or 3 other ones. One that I have is really beat up. So I actually use the pages out of them for like displaying. And I love them for that because there's so many like beautiful birds on it. So anyways, I'm loving these books like this, as you can tell. So thought that was a great find. And I think this will look so nice down in my, camping lodge that I'm putting together, looking room for our family room. I think this will go nicely in there, because it's wildlife and wonderful and all that. So loving that. And then I found 2 more, you guys. These were the golden books. You guys are probably familiar with the golden books. I got one on birds and one on trees. So this one's, the bird one is actually a hardcover. This one was $2.49. And what's the copyright date? I think it says 1983 as well. So these are actually much newer. Okay. These are much newer than the ones that I have previously. But once again, these are awesome. And the kids love these kind of books. Look at that. So you got the pictures on one side and then the write-up on the other side, which is kind of nice, especially if, you know, you want to display the pages. That's kind of nice. So anyways, love the bird one. I'm going to go through this one myself because I like birds a lot. So there's a couple birds that have been in my backyard that I have no idea what they are. This will come in handy. And then the other one, obviously, is the tree one. I love this. This is also by Golden. And this one, I know that I have a older version of this one as well. This one is 1979. And then I think my other one is like 63 or whatever. But this is set up kind of the same way, where it's got the picture on one side and the write-up on the other. So I love these kind of books. Like I've said a bazillion times since I started talking about these books, but they are fun. They're fun just to like glance through, sit down and kind of look at them. I like to do that from time to time, and you learn quite a bit. It's funny though, because we have a set like this at the cabin, and when the kids were younger, you know, and we're in the cabin or like it's raining or something like that, they would like pick this up and we'd do like trivia. They'd be like describing the animal and like using the little, you know, descriptions that was given in the book, and they would give us clues and we'd have to try to guess the animal. So I don't know, it's just something that we always did. So I love these, and I was so happy to find those to add to my little collection of, you know, outdoor gear. So love those. So that is all that I found this week. I feel like this is a really great week for myself with the books and all of the utensils and the lovely camera and the candles. So it was a great week for me. I hope you guys had a great week at the thrift store as well. Would love to know down in the comments what you found this week for yourself when you were out thrifting. If you didn't make it out thrifting, I'd love to know which of these items you would have picked up for yourself if we had been shopping together. So let me know down in the comments. And of course, if you are not subscribed, it'd be lovely if you could do that. And I hope to see you again next week for another Thrift Store Thursday. Until then, happy thrifting and have a great day. Bye now.